Hi guys, thanks for watching the vid. Just a bit about myself before we start the video. Primarily I sell cars, but sometimes I come across a car that I really like, and what I might do is modify the car, keep it for myself for a few months, and then sell it on at a later date. I don't really have any mechanical experience, but I do have experience buying and selling cars, and a lot of the modifications in this video you can do with little to no experience, so hopefully it's useful for you if you wanted to modify your own Scirocco. So this video, I'm going to show you how I took the Scirocco from this into this. So this is what the Scirocco looked like when I first purchased it. Not a bad looking car at all, but in 2024 these cars now have a huge library of aftermarket parts and accessories, so you can really go to town on them and end up with something quite special. My immediate thoughts for this car were to change the wheels, tint the windows, dechrome it and change the lighting setup. But there's a fine line between tastefully modifying a car and ending up with an absolute ricer. So you let me know if I've crossed that line in the comments below. First stop, let's change those nasty silver alloys. The alloys I've gone for are Riviera RF 106s with the 19-inch tyres. Online they're about £1,000 from the Riviera website, but luckily I stumbled across a shop called Wheel Co in Croydon where I managed to get these a bit cheaper. After purchasing the alloys, it was on to KM Tyres in Wadden to get new tyres fitted. Next up, it's time for tints. Iconic's Auto Styling in Croydon are my go-to guys for tinting, wrapping, number plates, body kits, you name it, they can do it. Here's Ali applying a dark tint to the back window and went for a slightly lighter tint on the driver's and passenger side windows. Ali also convinced me to wrap the headlights, which not only give them a more aggressive appearance, but also should apply a layer of protection against scratches and stone chips. Looking back at this now, I just remembered I really need to clean this engine bay. For the next part of the video, here's a bunch of stuff I'm actually going to try myself, such as replacing the wing mirror covers and the indicators. The link for all these parts will be in the description below. To replace the indicators, you have to essentially deconstruct the whole mirror, which is annoying but not impossible with the help of a YouTube tutorial. You've got to be extra careful when removing the mirror glass, as I've had these crack on me before, and also test the new indicators before assembling the mirror again. Now bear with me for this part of the vid, as I'm filming one-handed whilst trying to fit these lights. The standard interior lights on a Scirocco are a nasty dull yellow colour, and you can barely see them whilst driving, so that's got to change. You can get a full interior LED lighting kit on eBay for as little as 20 quid, and fitting them is relatively simple. Not only are these LEDs a nicer colour, but they're also about double the brightness of the originals. That's a big improvement for a small investment. The next mod we've gone for is the gloss black Volkswagen badges from Avoro Design. To change the original badges on the car, you need a hairdryer and one of these little plastic tools. The original badges are held on by a sort of gluey tape kind of thing. So to get that off, we're going to heat it up with the hairdryer and then pry at it with this little plastic tool. Once it's hot enough, you can burn your hand like I did here, and then you can pull the badge off pretty easily. Next up, we're going to use the tool to carefully scrape off the residue left from the sticker. The boot badge is a real pain to get off. You need to get the plastic tool wedged in between the badge and the other bit, and then just keep going at it until it pops open. Thankfully, putting the new badge on is a little bit easier. You just have to click it into place and it kind of holds itself. For the final modification, we're going to fit some Underglow lights to this Scirocco. I headed to Jair service in Croydon by Trusted Mechanics, where they're going to help me fit these lights. However, it wasn't as easy as we first thought. On a Volkswagen Scirocco, there are not many great places to fit Underglow lights. We ended up moving the heat shield forward slightly and fitting the lights just behind the heat shield and then above the exhaust. We ended up drilling some very small holes and using small cable ties to hold the lights to the bottom of the car. Finally, we connected the lights through the engine bay and onto the battery, where I can use an app to change the colour of the lights.